Good morning,
Good morning.
Marc Fischer, and thank you for your initiating this interview. And you are part of our facilities maintenance department,
Yes,
okay? And you've been with us for how long?
about 6 years.
Okay, and what is it that you actually do?
I take care of the boilers and most of the heating and cooling systems. I look after those.
So why is it so hot in here?
Well, right now all our chillers are off because they're
Uh-huh.
doing some work right now. So they have everything shut down right now.
Oh, my word.
We,
So that's a big responsibility,
Yep,
the chillers.
yep.
Well, how did you hear about Adrian Dominican Sisters and the position that you have here?
Well, originally my sister worked here when she was in college, so I've always known about the place.
What did your
But
sister do?
she was what they called a candy striper, which I think would be a nurse's aide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when she was going to college next door, she worked here as a nurse's aide. You know.
Wonderful.
And then I have a cousin that's friends with a lot of the sisters. She's on the Siena Heights alumni board. And
What's her name?
Judy Hill.
Yeah. I don't know her.
She lives in Tennessee. Let's see, who is she friends with?
But anyway, so it's through them. So did you see an advertisement or
Well,
did someone invite you?
me and Jeff Mackey have always been
Yeah.
friends. We used to be neighbors. He lived across the street from me.
Uh-huh.
And he got a job here, and he kept telling me that when something came available, he was going to let me know.
Wonderful.
And I never thought too much about it. And something came up, and I really didn't think I was qualified for the position. Probably wasn't. But he kept on me, and I applied for it, expecting never to hear anything. Well, I guess you need to be careful when you apply for jobs, because sometimes they do call.
Wonderful.
They called.
Wonderful.
Originally, I didn't get the job. They hired someone else. And when it came time for that person to start, that person backed out. So then I ended up getting the job.
How wonderful.
Yeah,
And so you enjoy your time here.
I do. It's
Well, we're most grateful, to our coworkers because we certainly can't keep up with everything, and we depend on you for what the service that you provide us. So you're very special to the Adrian Dominican Sisters and to the campus and to the life of the campus. Is there something challenging about your position?
There's a lot of challenging things about my
What's
position.
the most challenging?
The most challenging is every year these boilers have to be taken completely apart and inspected and cleaned and put back together, and it's an enormous amount of work, and there's a time frame that it all has to be done in. So
And that's what you do?
yes,
You take those big round things
yes,
apart?
yep. They have big doors that swing open, so they have to be opened up, washed out, vacuumed out.
And if it's not done properly,
Well, you fall behind, then
Yeah.
the next year
Yeah.
it's more
worse,
work,
yeah.
so you have to kind of be consistent and stay up on it. And then I do a lot of other things too.
so you're, like, I never see you around as much as I did when I was at Weber, but that's because you work right in the boiler room.
Most
You
of the
work
time.
over there,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think when I started, there was a lot of catch-up work to do, so you probably did see me around, making a lot of repairs in rooms, and then I think eventually we kind of got a hold on things and caught up on some things, and now I'm being used more probably for what my position really is.
It's a big campus and a lot of
Yes.
responsibility to
Yes.
our facilities and maintenance department. But the men over there, well, I shouldn't say the men and women. I see you have another woman over there.
Yeah, and
Which is
she's
great.
really doing a good job.
Yeah.
She's a real good worker.
Yeah.
And I've always said that, people have asked me, well, how do you feel about working with women? And I always have the answer of I don't care if they're male, female. I don't care what the color of their skin is. I don't care if they have antennas coming out of their head. As long as they can do the job and help us out, then
Right.
I'm fine with it.
So now you've experienced in these 5-6 years changes on the campus. What specifically has been your experience with change?
Well, we've had a lot of, in regards to my position, we've had a lot of new equipment going.
Right.
Things that are going to hopefully save us money in the long run. So, and some of them have been my ideas, some of them not, but we have some state-of-the-art technology here that we're starting to use. And
So do you have to go off and study that?
I haven't, but I've had to learn a lot of new things. And it's the kind of position where you're always learning new things. Things are always changing, technology is always changing, and you have to stay up on it.
Now, you've run across a lot of sisters on the campus.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's different personalities. Is there someone in particular, some of the nuns that you recall?
Well, yeah. I'm not good with names, but because there's just too many.
Yeah.
You're one of my favorites.
Oh, thank goodness. And now I can cross that question off.
You really get to know them on a personal level. And of course, you're supposed to draw a line there somewhere, but that's just impossible to do.
Right.
It's human nature to develop a relationship with people when you're in their bedroom. You know, we get into all their little, all the nooks and crannies of this place. So.
Right, but you're all of you are so respectful.
Yes.
And the nuns are always saying that. They're very grateful to the maintenance department. Very grateful. Besides being a co-worker here, what's the other part of your life? Where do you live? Nearby?
I live about 4 minutes from here.
Oh, lucky us, because you can get here in the dead of winter.
I used that to sell myself to get the job.
Did you really?
I live right up the street, so.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh, good.
I did.
Okay.
I used anything I could.
Uh-huh.
But I had a job where I was traveling a lot. I was always on the road, and I really got wore out with that. And so that's something that attracted me to this place, was the proximity to my house.
So when you mentioned earlier you have 3 children?
Yep.
Okay.
2 boys and a daughter.
Okay. And the daughter's a teacher?
She is a teacher.
Okay. And who else graduated from college?
Well, my youngest son is going to college. He's not graduated yet.
And where's he go?
Eastern Michigan.
Okay, good. And what's he studying?
Social work.
Right up my alley. Very good.
Today, that could change tomorrow. I don't know.
Is he a freshman?
No, he's probably in his 3rd year.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, they do change. Can you think of something about yourself, because all our sisters are going to be watching this when they hear that it's you. Is there something about yourself that you'd like to share with us that we'd be surprised about?
Oh, I have a lot of interesting hobbies, probably too many.
Tell us about a couple.
I do a lot of fishing.
Good. Where do you fish besides the water?
We do a lot of fishing at my in-laws. They live on Lake Leanne.
Okay.
So we have a boat we keep there.
Okay.
And me and my wife do a lot of fishing there.
Oh, that's good. You do it together.
If I take my buddies fishing too much, she gets mad and lets me know that it's her turn.
Okay.
Or her brother.
Oh, good for her.
So I have to kind of balance that.
Uh-huh.
I've become good friends with Jason that I work with, and I go up north with him a lot fishing. In fact, we were just up north this weekend fishing and caught a bunch of fish. So we actually caught too many fish. We couldn't carry them all.
So what do?
We dragged them.
You drag them. Do you ever throw them back in?
Some of them we threw back. Yeah. Another thing, I collect old fishing stuff and lures, and
what do you do with it? It's old.
I don't know. It lays around. I've got too much of it, so I've quit getting it.
Have a garage sale. Have a fish sale.
I should.
Yeah. What's the best advice you've ever been given in your life?
I guess the best advice came from my dad. When I was younger, I would fail at things in life, and I would get disgusted. And there was a point in my life where I was down, and everything just didn't seem to be going right. And he explained to me that what happiness was really about. And he said, "You're kind of missing the point of life. You're trying too hard, and you need to sit back and enjoy what you have." Meaning my family and my children, and quit trying so hard.
That's what I think about fishing. I think you're out there and you're just relaxing and you're just waiting and you're just hoping, and it's very relaxing.
I like it.
And how's your mother? I remember your mom from the time your dear dad
She's
died.
doing well. She has moved to Tennessee since my dad passed, and she has 10 brothers and sisters down there, and she is doing something with them daily.
I bet.
So she really enjoys it.
And you get down there to see her?
I do. She was up here this summer, and we are going down for Thanksgiving, and then she'll be coming for Christmas.
That's good. Okay, please remember me to her. Is there any advice you'd like to give us, those of us that are watching, particularly the sisters?
Advice: be patient with us. We kind of have a small crew, and sometimes it takes us a minute to get to the problem, but we will get to it.
Right.
Some other advice I would give is, if there is a problem, don't be afraid to let us know. We can't fix anything if we don't know there's something wrong.
Wonderful. Great advice.
I have that talk a lot of times with sisters, and they say, "Well, it's been like that for 6 months." And a lot of times those things are something that only takes minutes to fix, and we have the parts on hand. So a lot of times we're fixing the same thing over and over, just in a different room. So.
Right, I'm sure. Well, Marc Fischer, thank you so much. And in the name of the congregation, I thank you for all of us for the work that you do here in your presence here. You're a delight to come upon, and nothing seems to be too big for you. And as you say, you will get to it, whatever we ask. So thank you for keeping us working. All the parts here on this campus. It's a big place. So God bless you and your family, and continue to enjoy your fishing.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's a privilege working here.
Yeah, and it's a privilege to have you here. So thank you.